Welcome to this year's event of UB Snackin. Tonight we are going to be making food in my kitchen. Look, it has cabinets. So tonight we're going to be making burgers with a fried egg on top, cheese, and sriracha ketchup. So let's get started. So I've got most of my ingredients out over here while I throw the camera over to the side. So we're going to be working with some beef that I purchased from the store. And the number one important part to making this burger here is going to be seasoning. It's not correctly seasoned, it's just going to not taste as good. So I've got some spices here. So doing this one hand so I don't get raw beef everywhere. So we're going to put a healthy dose of garlic powder in. A little bit more than you think, just because garlic powder is kind of one of those spices that'll kind of go away a little bit in cooking. Some black pepper. And I don't have actual measurements on this. It's kind of just to taste. So throw some chili powder. A little bit of dried red pepper. Not a huge amount though. And then, sorry, that was Anto chili pepper. This is a little bit of chili powder. So we're now going to just mix this all up together in this bowl. We want to make sure that we get rid of these big chunks of seasoning here because there's no seasoning there. So our big goal here is to just kind of get it all mixed in together. How's this looking? It's getting there, but we still have a big spice spot here and no spice sitting over here. Okay. Ooh, that's a big spice spot. Let's get that out of there. Okay. That's looking considerably better. So let me grab a plate. So we're going to just make some pound of beef, ground beef. So we're going to be able to make 4 out of this. So the easiest way to do that is just to split it into half. Split it again into half. And then you'll be left with a little ball of beef, right? So like this. And then my preferred method of making these is kind of chucking it into my other hand to kind of just get it all together. Get the beef stuck to each other, right? Pressing them together in between my hand to create this nice burger shape. So that way they don't fall apart while they're on the grill. That's an important piece of this. Now you'll see that there's still a little bit of these seasoning lines. That's okay, because none of it's going to get completely everywhere, but you want to get as good of a job as you can to get it everywhere. Right, so just some more chucking. Okay. So 2 more burgers to be made. Then we're going to move out to the grill. Do not do this if you're not comfortable catching it in your hand or throwing it with your hand into your other hand. Otherwise, you're going to just kind of chuck it out of bounds there. All right. So I'm going to wash my hands. And we're going to go outside to the grill and put these on. So now we're going to bring these out to the grill, throw them on. All right, so now the grill is very hot and very ready. So best way to do this is just to take each patty, put on the grill. We want to get it over one of the grill bar things. Just that way it gets a nice sear on it. So we're gonna leave these on until 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the USDA recommendation for that. And we'll be coming back out here in a couple minutes to check. Okay, and now we are going to make the very loosely created sriracha ketchup. So, the best way to start doing this is with this cup here. So, ratio is roughly 2 tablespoons of sriracha to every cup, every half cup of ketchup. So, I put a bunch of ketchup in here. And the rest of this you can kind of just like put to the side and leave for this time. Burgers. So, the amount of rice vinegar is technically a teaspoon, but the best way to do this is just a couple of those, like that. Now we need roughly 2 tablespoons of sriracha. So I have a tablespoon, again, not the exact measuring implement, but will work well enough for tonight because this is a very loose recipe. All right. Got some lime right here. So now combine together. Okay, after that. So I just ran out and checked these burgers, and they are getting close temperature wise. So I'm gonna take some cheese and chuck some cheese on top of it now. So that way they do this a little less cook with some cheese. Just gonna cover it and we'll clean the grill after just to make sure that things actually get cleaned here and there's no cheese just hanging out on it. So let's close that and we'll come back in about 2 minutes. So now we're ready for the final part of this, which is just a little bit of a vegetable oil, cooking oil spray, concentrate spray on the pan. Turn it on. Crack the egg, which I've completely failed at doing. We're just gonna leave that for a minute while I throw a bun on the grill so that way we get a little bit of toasted bun. Okay, so the first thing we do is grab our buns, take some of this sriracha ketchup and just kind of get it on there. take one of our burgers, which came a little small, but we will suffice. All right. Same thing over here. Just carefully set that right on. And now the most important part, which I put it on a tripod so that way I don't drop anything, will be to take our knife and just cut right through. So we've got a perfectly runny egg with some nice pink on the inside here with some sriracha ketchup.